only 8 miles square, but full of undeniable inspiration. Because 114 years earlier, on December 17, 1903, Kitty Hawk, North Carolina was the place Impossibility died. Many men had tried and failed chasing the dream of flight. They said it was impossible. Man would never fly. But that didn't set Wilbur and Orville right. On that chilly December morning, the Wright Flyer made a determined run down their metal runway, took off into a 27-mile-per-hour headwind, and for 12 surreal seconds, Orville soared. Impossibility had died. And so it was with me on that similarly chilly November morning as I stood with my friend Sharon at the start line of the Outer Banks Marathon, full of hope. The dream we were chasing was marathon PRs, personal records. Sharon and I had endured many setbacks, disappointments, and failure. No matter how hard we trained, it seemed our good was never good enough, even when we had done everything right. But this morning, there would be no more impossible. Today would be the day. We took off and immediately fell into our rhythm. Our strides were in sync. Every footfall flowed easily from the one before. We ran through beautiful neighborhoods and were cheered on by smiling faces of excited locals. Everything was great. And 3 miles in, my body betrayed me. All of a sudden, the muscles in my left calf tensed. I winced as a shooting pain shot up my leg. We stopped, stretched it, massaged it, but the cramp wouldn't go away. "Are you okay?" Sharon asked. "Yeah, I'm okay." What could we do but press on? The pain eventually lessened, but the cramp never went away. But I chose to focus on the amazing scenery. We ran along this bay, and the wispy clouds reflecting on the crystal clear water was straight off of a postcard. We ran past the Wright Brothers Memorial and spread our wings as we felt their exhilaration. Everything was great. Until we turned a corner at mile 10 and unexpectedly found ourselves in the woods. The flat, corporative asphalt beneath us had turned into seemingly endless rolling hills of dirt. Every step required more energy as our leg muscles labored to push off against the looser surface. We trudged on to even steeper and less traveled trails, battling rocks and roots. Every now and then we'd see something up ahead and think, hope it was the road again, but it would just be a water stop or a trail crossing. We eventually emerged from this ordeal 3 grueling miles later. I looked at my watch. Our average pace had slowed down to goal pace. "It's okay, we're still on track," I told her. "We could do this." But we never really recovered from that trail. Those whimsical wisps of cloud had disappeared, and the sun was now beating down on us. We kept pace for a couple more miles, but soon slowed down. "I'm not going to make your PR," Sharon said in her matter-of-fact way, of our slipping 4-hour, 47-minute goal. "But if you can still do it, go ahead and leave me." "I'm not going to make it either," I said. "But that's okay. We'll still make your PR," which was 10 minutes slower. But soon after, I started to feel lightheaded and had to walk. And then by mile 19, I felt so faint we had to completely stop. And then Sharon started to feel lightheaded. And then I got another cramp in my other calf. We had hit the wall. Between mutual fatigue and me getting a new cramp every mile or so, we were walking more and more. The ever-increasing numbers on my watch were unforgiving. By mile 24, I did the math one last time. "We're not going to make your PR," I said. "We're going to be a little over 5 hours, but that's okay." But those last 2.2 miles, the cramps got even worse. At half a mile from the end, we saw her husband Adam on the sidelines, cheering us on. "Go Sharon! Go Carrie!" he yelled enthusiastically. "Honey, Carrie's cramping. Do you have a banana?" Flustered, he rummaged through his race goodie bag for that potassium-replenishing fruit. "I've been cramping since mile 3, I started to tell him. And my voice cracked. I all of a sudden realized I was on the precipice of tears. No, we were too close for me to break now. I couldn't stop, I couldn't talk to him, I just kept going. As I saw the finish line coming up, I just prayed I wouldn't get another cramp. We crossed over, hand in hand. 5 hours, 15 minutes, 34 seconds. By far, my slowest time. You could say it was my worst time. You could say the impossible won. But I choose to say it was the best time. Because despite everything, I had conquered the circumstances and still finished with a dear friend. And you know, the real impossibility that I'd been battling the last several years was that when I felt I did everything right and it still went all wrong, being able to find peace and be okay. And that November afternoon in North Carolina, Impossibility died. Man, Toastmasters. Wow.